a licensed professional counselor and supervisor, I spend my career helping people cope with emotional problems. But today, I want to talk to you about nutrition. People ask me all the time for nutrition and weight loss advice, and I always find myself recommending a raw vegan protein, a food supplement called Warrior Blend by Sun Warrior. I wasn't always active and fit. In fact, I was very overweight as a child, and as a counselor, I must emphasize the importance of the mind-body connection. A clean body helps with a clean mind. Start today with Sun Warrior Blend Raw Vegan Protein. For more information, go to sunwarrior.com and start living clean today.
Hi, everyone. It's Bernadette. Everyone knows that I'm a strong believer in the numerous health benefits of cannabinoids and CBD oils. As with any supplement, I always do my research and my homework to find the highest quality product on the market. That's why I'm so happy to announce our partnership with the H Hemp Company, founded by a group of the most experienced and respected names in the CBD community. H Hemp offers a line of innovative products that are all natural and tested for quality. Choose from flavorful oils, restorative body balm, and minty breath spray, all at affordable prices. And for every H Hemp product sold, the company makes a donation towards the fight against opioid and anti-anxiety drug addiction, an epidemic affecting millions of families across the nation today. H Hemp products produce a sense of calm, fight post-workout inflammation, and the company gives back to our community. What more could we ask for? Search online for H Hemp Company and use the code OLR for 20% off your first order. That's OLR for 20% off your first order.
Hi, I'm Bob Barker. This is my friend Benny. Before you buy cosmetics, personal care, or household products, you be sure they have not been tested on animals. Everything from floor cleaner to shampoo is poured into animals' eyes and down their throats. They suffer intensely. Some even go blind. The price is never right for products tested on animals. Visit PETA.org for a list of cruelty-free companies.
Whoever said you can't poop in style? The Curve is a sleeker version of the original Squatty Potty stool that will look fabulous in any bathroom. Choose from pink, black, gray, or white. Its minimalist design is sure to please the eye while staying durable and built to last. Go to squattypotty.com/onelife for 15% off your entire purchase. Poop-oop-be-doo.
Did you know, when depressed, sheep hang their heads and avoid company? But if content, they socialize and wag their tails like puppies. Rams lean against stone walls so that other sheep can stand on their backs to reach high grasses. Sheep recognize each other by facial features, and when shown photographs, they can remember at least 50 other sheep and 10 human beings, even if they haven't seen them for 2 years. At Poplar Springs Sanctuary, you'll meet rescued sheep, like Fanny, who is found tied to a mailbox, and Adam, who escaped ritual sacrifice. Visitors' faces echo Anatole France's words, "Until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened." This is Ingrid Newkirk with PETA, reminding us that it's easy to be kind, perhaps by choosing faux fleece.
Welcome back to One Life Radio. This is, excuse me, I'm having trouble with my lungs today. I'm having trouble with those darn allergies.
For radio.
Darn those allergies.
They're in the air.
Welcome back. You're listening to One Life Radio. This is Bernadette with Diamond Gray. I've got Aviana Barrientos in studio with me, Von Eaglin and Kip Watson. They are both licensed professional counselors, and Kip is a supervisor and sports psychology professional, and Von is also working on his doctoral, his PhD. His research focuses on couples relationships, men and groups. I'm trying to give like a really short bio so we can get back to the meat of this topic that we're talking about. So we were talking with Kip about self-image determines who and what you will become, and then we kind of went off into
The sex weeds.
The sex world, the world of sex. Well, you know what? Sex is a big part of your life.
And I think it's one area that I can look at somebody's sex life, and yes, it gives me an indication of what they believe or how they value themselves or what their belief about themselves, their self-image.
Okay, well, that's something I believe about myself. I believe I'm sexy.
Yeah, and that would suggest a very healthy self-image.
Yeah, yes. And I don't even know what sexy. I feel good about myself, so I don't know.
But a lot of women who are cover themselves up.
I cover myself up.
But I mean, like they'll change in the closet instead of being free to do that in front of their husbands. You know, that would suggest that there's some sort of an issue there with the self-image.
Interesting. What do you think?
Whenever I work with clients, there's this aspect of what we call psychosexual development. And so, like, what messages do you get whenever you're growing up? So, like, one person, for instance, if I were to ask you the question, hey, what did you feel whenever you first knew your gender? Like, what did you experience? What did your parents act like whenever they knew that you were a boy or a girl and you actually knew that you were male or female? What did you think whenever you were growing up in middle school? What did you think when you were in high school? Like, what misinformation did you get? Because a lot of people get information that's not quite right, you know?
Mm-hmm. And they've not even really thought about what the messages were that they got.
Right.
Sexy is an attitude.
And yeah, it is.
It really is.
I think the self-confidence.
So are the male-female messages you get about being male and female.
You're right.
I think it's embracing whatever your masculinity or your femininity. I love being feminine.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The issue that I have is that a lot of people have experienced shame around their sexuality. And so let's say if a woman is growing up, let's say she's celibate for a long period of time. She has shut down her sexual being, because we're all sexual beings. She has shut that down, and then when all of a sudden she gets married, and all of a sudden she's supposed to be a light switch, turn that back on. It doesn't always work like that, because she's told herself and denied herself, like, I shouldn't touch this. I shouldn't learn how to please myself.
I shouldn't arouse that part of myself.
Because that's not something that is appropriate. Now, let's say as a guy, let's say he's in the gym and he's in middle school. Some guy runs up to him and pulls his shorts down, and then everybody laughs at him. He's going to experience some kind of shame, Or, I can give you a million different types of examples, but if you experience shame, let's say you're in the bedroom and someone they criticize you about how you perform in the bedroom, you're going to experience some kind of shame. And sometimes people get those messages, and that would change the way they look at themselves.
That would be the last time I would be in the bedroom with that person. Oh yeah, we're done. Instantly done.
Well, some people keep coming back. Let's say it's your first sexual experience. I mean, like, you keep it, like, you think this is what it's supposed to be like, And so some people don't get that, great, pleasant sexual experience, and sometimes even sexual trauma comes into play with a lot of people as well. So.
Interesting. Kip, what do you want to say?
Well, I think all of that factors into a holistic view that you have about yourself. And yes, I can see where there are some people who, with that specific area, there's more of a struggle and less confidence. And then they may overcompensate and have a lot of confidence, or even when people struggle with a self-image, for whatever reason. It could be because of some sort of shame trauma that they experienced. It could be even height, right? But short, tall, whatever. Sometimes they get into behaviors of trying to over-control people, degrading other people, overpowering other people. But when they have a healthy self-image, they don't engage in that type of behavior, right? But they're trying to feel good about themselves.
Right.
And a lot of people will control others to feel good about themselves. It's a false sense of a healthy image, and it's not healthy.
Yeah, no, there's so many things I'm thinking of. Excuse me.
Those water.
I might need some water. Yeah. So I'm thinking about so many different things, and it's true though. And it's kind of like when somebody's not happy with themselves, they tend to pick on other people, right?
Correct. Right? Because it gives them a false sense of, I'm
superior to you.
I am better than.
Yeah.
Where when you value yourself, you don't engage that. You're absolutely willing to question yourself, to change your views if needed, as you get new information, as somebody gives you feedback. You're not afraid of criticism. You take it, you consider it, right? There is a humble approach to things like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did with you at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the healthiest ways to live your life. You don't ever want to be surrounded by all yes men or women. You just don't. You can't grow that way. You can't better yourself, improve yourself, and your self-image of what you feel and think about yourself, right?
Yeah. So when someone
and
has
you do need correction sometimes.
Absolutely.
We all do.
Absolutely. So if you take a defensive posture anytime there's a challenge or feedback or criticism, it's suggestive that your self-image isn't very good.
Well, let me ask you this. Oh, no, go ahead.
Here's my issue with this conversation is that some people who are ignorant, and this kind of segues into my segment, which is small-minded people, but if you're ignorant and you can't see, like you don't know that you're ignorant sometimes. Right. Like you don't know that.
Or that you're a jackass.
Right. So some people with like a poor self-image, they don't know that they have a poor self-image. All they do is act out on this is what makes me feel good.
Right.
So they'll blow out everyone else's candle so theirs shines brighter, but they don't know that they may be doing that consciously. And so, there is a point where you have to reach to this, this stage of what we call reflective judgment, where you start to consider things and consider other possibilities and grow inside your emotional intelligence and your view of yourself. But some people, because they're so narrow-minded, they can't see themselves. They don't take other people's perspective into account whenever they are looking at life. Like they don't know. I mean, somebody, you just don't know,
Yeah,
and so you don't know. You don't know until you know. So,
right.
Well, we call that stages of development, right?
Right.
A moral stage of development. And some people get stuck, even though their age says I'm an adult.
Right.
Right? Their moral
well
stage
said.
of development is like, adolescence.
Yeah.
And,
is it true? Well, I mean, both of you. Is it true that if someone is traumatized, let's say at the age of like 10 years old, that oftentimes until they correct that trauma and work through it and get it out of their system, if you will, that sometimes they can stay at that stage to some degree? Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah. I would say that for the most part, but then also I'm going to say it depends. Some people are able to work through their trauma effectively on their own, but and it depends what kind of trauma it is. You have big T's and little T's, but some people, whenever they experience something, because when you experience trauma, the brain is always trying to figure out what the heck just happened, and it's trying to resolve the issue inside of itself. Like the brain is trying to figure out how do I make sense of the suffering that I just experienced, and so some people do get stuck in that mode, and I'll have a couple that comes into my office, and let's say they got together when they were young, they still argue and fuss and fight at the level of an adolescent with each other.
Wow.
So they're stuck in that way. They haven't grown. They haven't grown in their communication skills. So.
Right.
Well, I can't wait to continue talking about this. I've got another question for you, Kip, and then I want to talk with Vaughn about dealing with small-minded people. Actually, both of you. It's so great to, all three of us, 4 of us, 5 of us chat together. Really good stuff. Everyone, stay tuned. You're listening to One Life Radio. Introducing Moonlight, the latest squat to poop stool from Squatty Potty. Moonlight will light your way to the toilet on the darkest of nights. May your love of Squatty Potty burn brightly day or night with a motion and light activated night light with 3 brightness settings. Go to squattypotty.com/onelife for 15% off your entire purchase. Follow the moonlight.
Hey, this is Sean Wells of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. One Life Radio is proud to partner with the ISSN. The ISSN is the world's leading scientific organization dedicated to the science of supplements and sports nutrition. For their latest conferences and events, go to the ISSN.org. That's the ISSN.org.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette. Do you know why I love Paleo Magazine? Paleo Magazine was founded with the purpose of providing readers with the information they need to live strong, vibrant, healthy lives. They are dedicated to partnering with leaders in the paleo community to spread the knowledge of ancestral health principles without the influence of big pharma or big agriculture. Paleo Magazine. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, or visit them at paleomagonline.com. That's paleomagonline.com.
Here's the dill, Pickle. Squatty Potty works. It's awesome. Find yours at your local Bed Bath & Beyond, Amazon, or squattypotty.com. That's squattypotty.com.
It's mistletoe season, and you know what that means. You've got to be chill and have minty fresh breath. You never know when you might want to kiss someone. The H Hemp Company offers their Super Breath Blast CBD spray that is my absolute favorite hemp oil product on the market. It just makes me feel happy, especially during the crazy holiday season. Its small size makes it easy to throw in your purse or pocket, so you're never without it. Give the gift of fresh breath this season with a CBD kick. 2 or 3 sprays does the trick and will leave you feeling completely refreshed. Go for it. Go to thehempcompany.com. Put 4 in your cart and use the code OLR1 to buy 3 and get 1 free.